Hi everyone, I'm Allie. For this project idea, we are going back to basics. We're going to be using some briolettes and squishing them together to make it look like a nice luster briolette necklace. If you need any supplies, go ahead and look below the video in the description for links to shop with us online. So to make this beautiful briolette lustered necklace, so easy, so simple. We're going to be using 2 packages of our Potomac Crystal Briolettes, one in the 5x8 and one in the 6x12. I'm choosing to use the same color, so I have the Garnet AB, and we're going to be using all of them up. In addition to that, I have a ball and hitch clasp, 4 crimp tubes, and some Beadalon 49 strand wire. I'm going to begin actually by adding my clasp, which is something that I don't normally do. You want to think about how long you want your piece, and that's going to be your starting block. But I'm just going to take my wire, and I have about 22 inches of wire here. I'm going to put my clasp on. So crimp bead goes on, that crimp tube, through the clasp, back through the crimp tube, and push that up, oops, right against the end here. I don't want a ton of extra thread showing. If you want to, you can use crimp covers as well. I just wanted to do this simple, simple. Flatten out and do a flat crimp on that crimp tube. Next, we are going to get ready by adding another crimp tube onto our piece. Going to move that one off. And I'm simply going to start with my smaller briolettes. Smaller briolettes I'm going to do in sets of 5 here. 5, 5. 5 more to one side, 5 more to the other side, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. So there's my briolettes in half. I'm going to begin by adding all of these 5x8s in my first pile, right one after the other. And remember, you have to put that crimp tube on first. So the crimp tube goes on first. We're adding in all of those briolettes. And this is also like a 5-minute necklace. If you can separate into piles, you can do this. So again, just showing the speed and quickness of this. All the briolettes from one pile, so half of your briolettes, are going to go onto your necklace. Then you're going to get ready with your bigger briolettes. You can use all of them, you can keep some to the side. I have packs of 25 here. You're just going to find your crystal hole, stick them on, add them onto the earrings here. If you want to, you can save one of each to make a matching pair of earrings to hang down, nice and simple, in that same technique. And you can see I'm just doing one right on top of the other. So nice, simple 5-minute piece. We're 3 minutes in here, more than halfway done my necklace, and explaining. It's amazing how quick it can go. Okay, letting those all fall down. Now the trick with the briolettes, if you go in and want them to hang down like teardrops laying next to one another rather than clustered, put a little seed bead in between each. A little 8OC bead, even an 11OC bead, will cause them to separate enough to hang down. From here then, I'm going to go in and go back to my smaller briolettes after adding these in. Shift over them back to that pile of the smaller briolettes. String them on. And again, you can keep them free floating and free moving if you want to by adding a little bead in between. And as I add these 12 or so beads on this side here, I'll get ready then to finish up with my crimp tube. What I want to determine is how long I want my necklace, which is going to be how long I keep my Beadalon wire. I like using the 49 strand for this because my wire is exposed on the piece. You're going to see it. And for that, I like when it has a little bit of movement. So if I know how far I want my piece, I have one crimp tube after adding all of those briolettes, adding another crimp tube, going back to my clasp or closure, putting on the other side, taking that wire back through that crimp tube, that's the second one, determining my length, that I want it to be. Pushing that up towards the clasp and towards the closure. Grab your needle nose pliers and flatten them out. Nice and flat, grab your wire cutter and simply cut off that extra little wire. Once that extra wire is cut off then for you, you're going to go in and we are going to crimp. So again, if you want it to kind of hang relaxed, you're not going to want the crimps. I want mine to sit nice and tight together, centering it on the necklace itself. So I have not crimped yet. I'm just floating and playing with getting it nice and even. Once it's nice and even, and my clasp is sitting in the middle, I'm going to push those beads down towards the center of the piece, grab my needle nose pliers right on those rose gold crimp tubes, do a flat crimp, push all of those beads down, crimp on the other side, once again, flat crimp. That is it to finish this little 5-minute cluster beautiful briolette luster necklace. So literally 5 minutes, a couple materials, and you've got a beautiful kind of showstopper necklace to work with. Hopefully this video gives you some ideas and inspiration to use in future designs as well. Remember, if you want any materials, you can check below the video in the description to shop with us online. As always, you can give a little thumbs up and comment on your quick ideas and your quick designs as well below the video. Thanks so much for watching, Potomac Beaders, and we'll see you in the next video.